On January 12, 2010, a devastating 7.0 magnitude earthquake struck Haiti. In the days that followed, hundreds of thousands of lives were lost. For those that survived, tragic injuries were sustained, homes were destroyed, and hope seemed to disappear. And yet, 350 children at an orphanage high above the capital were spared, with their home intact. A hospital was left standing, a beacon to the wounded for miles around. Within days, food and water was delivered to thousands of hungry children and families. And a day camp was created to serve more than 1,500 children who lost their homes. This is the story of Nuestros Pequeños Hermanos, or in Haiti, Nos Petits Frères et Sœurs, which means our little brothers and sisters. Haiti has long been one of the poorest countries in the Western Hemisphere, with most people living on less than $2 a day and a life expectancy of just 44 years. Half of Haiti's children are undersized as a result of malnutrition, and AIDS alone has orphaned more than 200,000 children. In 1987, NPH opened a home for orphaned children in Kenskoff, a lush and cool location about 25 miles from Port-au-Prince. St. Helene is home to 350 children and has schools on the property, along with a farm, chapel, and other amenities. The children at St. Helene are not placed for adoption, but instead are given a permanent home and a loving new family. The other children, staff, and volunteers, who become their brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles. Thankfully, when the earthquake hit, St. Helene's high elevation and distance from the epicenter saved it and all the children from significant damage or injuries. However, many of the children do not yet know if any family outside the home were affected by the quake. Down in Pétionville, the earthquake took a far greater toll. The Father Wasson Center, which served as the administrative hub for NPH in Haiti and also housed volunteers and classes for children with disabilities, collapsed, trapping several volunteers inside. 2 young Americans lost their lives. Ryan Cluse, who was visiting his sister Erin, a longtime NPH volunteer, and Molly Hightower, a 22-year-old from Washington State who was spending a year working with special needs children. In time, NPH will rebuild at the site of the Father Wasson Center with a memorial to honor Molly, Ryan, and all those who died. In Tabar, on the outskirts of Port-au-Prince, stands NPH's new state-of-the-art hospital. As part of NPH's mission to truly serve the needs of the poorest children, Haiti National Director and Doctor Father Rick Frechette started our first medical center there in 1989. The new St. Damien Hospital was opened in 2006, a 45,000 square foot, 120-bed facility with an emergency room, surgery and cancer wards, an infectious disease clinic, a dental clinic, and outpatient rooms. The hospital treats more than 20,000 patients a year. On January 12th, the perimeter walls of the hospital fell during the earthquake. Patients fled the building for several days, fearing aftershocks. Miraculously, the hospital escaped major structural damage and soon became a magnet for the critically wounded, children and adults. St. Damien served as a hub for trauma care and treatment of quake-related injuries, and even maternity care. More than 50 babies were born at the hospital in the first 3 months after the quake. It also became one of the premier orthopedic medical centers within Haiti, and with 20,000 orthopedic injuries caused by the quake, the need for quality orthopedic care was tremendous. Teams of doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals from all over the world immediately flew to St. Damien to help care for the wounded. One of those doctors was Tom Green, an orthopedic surgeon from Seattle who stayed at St. Damien for a month, performing more than 300 surgeries. Tom and his wife Nancy are longtime supporters of NPH, but nothing they had seen before prepared Tom for what he experienced in Haiti.
When the earthquake happened, they have all these concrete buildings in Haiti that fell on people. And so you have these big masses of concrete, and two things happened to hundreds of thousands of people. If the concrete fell on your head or your body, you died. If it didn't and you survived, your limbs were mangled. So this was a real orthopedic disaster. What we did there was take care of people whose limbs were, a lot of them amputated. A lot of people had to be retrieved from buildings by cutting their limbs off. If they didn't, they were broken and mangled in various ways.
Tom and others working with NPH brought hope to thousands of patients. Many of those are children who have had limbs amputated and are now receiving prosthetics and follow-up care in our rehabilitation center. St. Damien has also brought this same loving care and attention to those who have died. Father Rick typically presides over 2,500 burials each year to bring dignity to people who have no one else to care for them. He estimates that he buried at least that many in just the first 30 days after the earthquake. NPH is committed to helping its young people transition into productive lives as adults. After the earthquake, former pequeños found a new calling to help care for the thousands of children who were now displaced from their homes. Within a few weeks, NPH launched the Angels of Light program. Every day, 1,500 children living in tent camps come to our sites for meals, medical care, education, and time to play. The program is run by Alfonso Leon, who grew up at NPH Mexico, and a team of former pequeños who are now helping rebuild their country one child at a time. One of the most touching examples of international support comes from the children who call the orphans in Haiti their brothers and sisters, the pequeños at the NPH homes in Bolivia, the Dominican Republic, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, and Peru. Children in the Dominican Republic helped pack truckloads of supplies that flew into the DR en route to Haiti. In Honduras, the older youth took to the streets to raise money for their family in Haiti and raised more than $1,400. And in Bolivia, children wrote prayers to bring strength and solidarity to their brothers and sisters in Haiti. The story of NPH in Haiti is unique in the scope of poverty that exists there and the tragedy caused by the earthquake. But what NPH is doing in Haiti is just one example of the kind of work we do in all of our homes. All of the homes provide unconditional love and a family for life to children who are orphaned, abandoned, or disadvantaged, and the opportunity to become self-sufficient, healthy, and productive citizens in their own countries. All of the homes provide medical care, education, or other assistance to children and families in the communities surrounding our homes who need our help. And all of the homes provide opportunities for the children to connect with volunteers, sponsors, and other supporters around the world who are helping transform their lives. They and you have not let hope disappear for the children in Haiti and throughout our homes. Thank you. We hope you will continue to stand with us as long as the children need us.